Hello, my sewing friends. Welcome to my channel, The Wandering Sewist. My name's Diana, and this is another edition of #FridaySews. I hope you've had a great week and you've had plenty of time to sew and that you're all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today, taking some time out of your busy schedules to spend with me. So today's Friday Sew is going to be very quick and simple because I am also a very busy mama, and I've got 3 boys upstairs that are waiting on me. So let's start with the first part of Friday Sews, which is what's been going on in the sewing room this week. So my boys have been on half-term break from school, and so they've been home. And there hasn't been a whole bunch of sewing going on this week. But I did talk to you earlier this week about my Simplicity 9325 that I'm currently wearing. This is view B, size 16. And I was having problems with it being way too big in this area. So I just took a 1/2 inch out of the shoulder seam up here. So I just unpicked the facing, which is here. And then unpicked the facing and flipped it back, and then I took a 1/2 inch out. I started at the regular seam here and then angled into a 1/2 inch, and then that seems to have addressed the problem of it being much too big through here. And I still have plenty of space, and I think it still fits nicely. I don't mind a little bit of snugness across the bust, because I am on a weight loss journey, and I think that the snug in the bust is going to be addressed in just a few weeks' time, and I still want to be able to wear the dress the whole summer. So I'm okay with it being a little bit snug across there now, because I know in a few weeks it won't be. So I addressed that issue, and now I know that my next one that I'm cutting out, and I have cut out my next one in this beautiful pink background viscose fabric with daisies on it. See closer, it's really pretty. So I do have it cut out. It's sitting right here on the table in front of me, and I do have, I have block fused the pieces that require interfacing, but you know, I was trying to cut some corners, and I bought some less expensive interfacing. And even though I fused it very well and let it sit overnight, we're still... So I'm not going to buy that interfacing again, but I do still have a lot of it that I need to use, because I can't bring myself to waste things, even if they're not something that is going to work that well for me. So I just can't waste it. So I will continue to use it. And so what I will do is I will take some like regular water soluble school glue, and I will glue it down on here, and then I will run a stitch, just like 1/8 of an inch in, just run a stitch around like it's sew in interfacing. And hopefully that will, that will address the problem. But it's frustrating, because not having tools that work properly is frustrating. So that's what I did this week, and I'm hoping to have a bunch of sewing time on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, and I hope that my family lets me have time to sew. If they do, then I should be able to get it done. And then after that, what do I want to make? Well, let me tell you. I want to make Simplicity 9785, which is, it looks like a really nice, comfortable pair of pants. And they have a built-in, let me show you the line drawing. So they have a waist tie to cinch in the waist. It's elastic waist all the way around, even in the front. I may not put the elastic in the front, because I tend not to like that look, because I don't need any more help with adding bulk to my front, if you know what I mean. So I may skip the elastic in the front and just do elastic like from the side seam around to the back to pull it in. And I'm not sure which view I want to do just yet. But I do have the fabric picked up. I picked up this really nice khaki cotton twill in South Africa at the Stitch Witch, which is where I took some classes on how to sew with jersey fabrics. And it's a small mom and pop type of fabric shop. It's there in Pretoria, and they give classes there, and they have fabric and notions, and it's a nice environment. It was very welcoming to me, and the people there were so kind. And when I was having problems with not knowing what to do with a pattern, I was able to take it there, and the experts there were able to walk me through how to do the part that was just twisting my brain. So it was really nice to have that resource. I really miss that. I miss having them. So if Dorothea is watching, hey. If Nikki is watching, hey, I miss you guys. So, yes, I have a lot of this. So I should be able to get more than one pair of pants out of this. But since I do have a lot, it's okay if I make a mistake. So I will be happy to have a pair of lightweight cotton twill pants. And I think I'm going to do not a full length leg. And I think I will probably not do the elastic on the bottom. I think we'll probably do either this bottom or this bottom. And then I will just make it go above my ankles so that I can wear like pretty sandals and stuff and show off my sandals, and it be more cooling in the summer. I think more of a 7/8 kind of a length, maybe a smidge less. I'll mess around with the length. I'll cut it longer than I want, and then I will just, gradually work it up until it's the length that I want, which is the nice thing about sewing, isn't it? We can change the clothes to be however we want them to fit, and it's awesome. I love that. So this will be my next project. I haven't traced it out yet. I haven't figured out my size yet. So let me just roughly look at the measurements. Let's see here. So this pattern ranges in a size 8 to 26. This envelope, I do have both. I have both size ranges for when I drop more weight. This particular envelope goes from 8 to 26. 18 to 26. What am I saying? So, so the measurements start at the waist. The 8 starts at a 24-inch waist, and the 26 goes up to a 41.5-inch waist. And the hip, the size 8 is a 33.5-inch hip, and the size 26 is a 50-inch hip. So I will probably fit somewhere around the 16-18 range, which the 16 is wow. They say the 16 is a 30-inch waist. That doesn't seem right. I think I'm going to go by my hip measurement, because the waist you can adjust because it's elastic, right? So I'm not too worried about the waist. It's the hip. I need to get it up over my hips. So my hips are about 46. So that's actually a size 22, the 46. The finished garment measurements. Let's see. Finished garment measurements. The pants. With each leg. Finished garment measurements. Hip. Here we go. So my hip is about a 48, and the size 20 is a 49.5 hip. So that's probably not enough ease for sitting down. So I probably will have to go to a 22. Darn. I thought I was out of the 20s because I've lost so much weight already. But it's the sizing, that's the problem, is our brains are programmed for ready-to-wear sizing. And I just did what I advise all the new people I meet that are new to sewing. I just did exactly what I tell them not to do. I got caught up in the size number when the size of patterns have nothing to do with your ready to wear size. And I just did it. See how easy it is to fall back into that trap, even though you make your own clothes. You know, it's a numbers game, and I need to stop doing that because it doesn't make you feel good, does it? It doesn't make you feel nice. So I'm going to leave that aside and stop thinking about that now. But these are going to be my next project. Just a pair of summery pants to wear with my sandals when I'm like going out into the city or whatever it is I'm going to be doing over the summer. I will also be making some shorts, but I'm not sure out of what yet. And I do have some other really fun summer pants patterns that I also would like to explore, but that won't be in the next week or so. So that's it for the sewing room this week. And for life, like I said, my boys have been off school for half-term break. And after Passover, I started a new sourdough starter, and it's ready now. So the last few days while the boys have been home, I have been making all of the sourdough treats. I started out by making sourdough chocolate chip cookies. And then I made a loaf of old-fashioned sourdough bread. And then I made a batch of cinnamon swirl with cinnamon streusel muffins, sourdough. And then today I made 2 loaves of sourdough sandwich bread. And then I fed my starter and fed it back up, so it'll be ready this weekend. If I would like to say Saturday night after the sun sets, I could start another loaf of old-fashioned sourdough bread, which would be really great. So I'm enjoying playing with my new sourdough starter. It was very sad to have to throw it out before Passover, but you know, it's a small sacrifice that I make for all that God does for me. So today is Friday, so I am doing a whole lot of Sabbath prep. I've just finished braiding my 2 challah loaves, and they're in the kitchen rising, getting ready to be baked. And then I will, the boys are upstairs. Since they're home, they can help me with all the housework. They're upstairs sweeping and mopping the floors, which is great. It's less for me to have to do. And then all I have to do is make the dinner. The dinner I've planned is very easy, and I already have half of it cooked, so it's not going to take long. It'll take longer to boil the pasta than it will to finish, because I'm making beef stroganoff. So it'll take longer to boil the pasta than to finish the stroganoff. I just don't want to put the cream and all that stuff in too early, because I don't want it to split. You know how it goes. And that's life. That's it. I told you it was a very fast, quick and easy Friday Sews this week. I hope you all have a great week and you have plenty of time to make something beautiful. Take care. Bye.